By its very nature, creativity is something different to what has gone before. To work creatively demands courage, vision, initiative, and innovation. Dominica is rich in natural resources. We have clays for ceramics, hardwoods for furniture, and banana stems contain fibers for making distinctive papers and fine fabrics. But we lack the one essential human resource that is needed to benefit from this abundance. That being, the ability to think and work creatively. Creative talent is latent within us all. Creativity cannot be taught, but it can be nurtured. Unlike most subjects in school, there are no right or wrong answers. Creative ideas thrive on doing rather than theorizing. They need to be encouraged rather than put down by others as being silly and inappropriate. John Lennon of Beatle fame once said, "I used to think weird people were weird, but now I know that it is people who think others weird who are weird." We are born with 98% the creative potential of genius. However, as we go through life, the figure falls dramatically. At the age of 8, the percentage has dropped to 32%. By the time we reach 13, peer pressure has brought it down to 10%. And by adulthood, conformity has reduced it to less than 2%. Research has shown that at least 50% of children are creatively rather than academically inclined. To that, you can add 15% for those who, like me, are dyslexic. Without my dyslexic ability, I would not be able to function as an artist or as an inventive engineer. Dyslexia and creative ability go hand in hand. For these reasons, it is important that we learn more about art and the role that creativity could play in our lives. Of all the creative art forms, music, dance, drama, prose, and poetry, it is the visual arts that most enter our lives. And the visual arts are not restricted to painting. They include sculpture, printmaking, craftwork, book illustration, interior design, fashion, ceramics, theatre, architecture, film, and photography. Plate you eat off, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, and the chair you sit on, all owe their origin to the creative artist and the master craftsman. 12 years ago, in conjunction with the Dominica Institute for the Arts, I attempted to launch a one-year foundation course in the visual arts for school leavers. For the same course in England, students queued around the block to enroll, but in Dominica, there was not a single applicant. Perhaps the lack of interest is because students, schools, and parents know very little of what the visual arts are all about. Hence, Jane or John is encouraged to be a lawyer, doctor, or an accountant, but not an artist. More recently, I launched an online arts program, specifically with Dominican students in mind. But regardless of the government's free tablets and schools being closed due to the pandemic, my Notes for Art students had virtually no followers locally. On the other hand, it was followed by overseas students of all nationalities. 30 years ago, before the days of blogs and Facebook, I began a project that combined the state of the art of the internet with the state of my art as a painter and sculptor. The project was initially intended to interest primary school children in the creative arts. Almost immediately, my daily postings were followed by secondary schools and colleges. Moreover, They attracted a wide audience of artists and art lovers from overseas. The blog continues from my studio in Dominica, and it is followed by thousands of art students in over 80 countries. Recently, I have supplemented my online postings with books and videos. By way of the internet, the collections of major art galleries throughout the world can be viewed online. On YouTube, there are hundreds of documentaries about every famous artist. Moreover, all these resources are freely available. I end this video with a moving insight by the singer Don McLean into the life and paintings of Vincent van Gogh.
Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils, catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain, are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met, the ragged men in ragged clothes, a silver thorn, a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never